Twitter functionality was down today, but then the functionality of other websites was also down. What the heck is going on?
Hey guys, study after study shows that if you want strong bones and muscles, healthy hair, skin, teeth, and nails, you need the 5 types of collagen in your diet. I get mine from BioTrust. I've got a link in the description with a massive discount, and it'll tell you all about it.
Hey, I really appreciate you being here. Before we get started, I got a brand new Kicktail original design in the store. I'm American. I have the right to bear arms. Your approval is not required. Your purchase helps support the channel, and you can put it on any shirt, hoodie, mug, cell phone case, whatever you want. The link is in the description, and your purchase helps support the channel. All right, as of the recording of this video, you can't tweet anything out, because if you do, they say you've run over your tweet limit. Let me just show you. I'm going to do a real quick test right here. It says you're over your daily limit for sending tweets. Apparently, this is happening to a lot of people, but it seems to be regional. This little article right here from Digital Trends says it's nearly impossible to keep up with every bug feature in Twitter, but some are more noteworthy than others, such as the case with today's bug, in which Twitter tells users that they are over the daily limit for sending tweets, which I just showed you. There is supposed to be a workaround around this, but I tried it and it didn't work for me. The below screen shows the new error message that appears when attempting to tweet from Twitter's desktop site. Right here, you're over the daily limit for sending tweets. Trying to tweet from a Twitter mobile app simply returns to failed to send error message. And like I said, a lot of people are experiencing this. This is down decoder right here. And apparently it started at 4:35 p.m. Eastern today. And they've got a lot of complaints. It looks like it's backing off a little bit. So maybe people are experiencing the restoration of their Twitter account. A massive spike of outages. Reports came around 4:45 Eastern. That's 3:45 Central. With numerous people commenting on Down Detector website that they cannot tweet. The Down Detector website shows 52% of users reporting the problem with the app, and 35% of users indicating website problems, and another 13 citing a server connection issue. And they say the workaround around this is that you can schedule your tweet out for a minute or two in the future, and then it will post. But I've just done that, so I'm going to go back to my profile. And yeah, this was 2 hours ago. So I'm still experiencing the problem, and it looks like a lot of other people are too. Let me just let me refresh the home screen. Yeah, somebody sent out a tweet that said that scheduling 1 minute or 2 minutes into the future actually works, but it doesn't work for me. Let's go to something else. I wanted to bounce this off of you because this Texas deplorable says, "Who's right here?" Let me just play this. Looks like security camera footage. There's no sound to this. Security camera footage in maybe a hotel that looks like a hotel desk. So this little puppy comes out and starts messing with this kid. The kid obviously doesn't want anything to do with the puppy. You know, some people are scared of dogs, whether they're puppies or full-grown dogs. But watch what the dad, you know, I'm assuming he's the dad of this kid does with this puppy. You know what? Let me expand this so you can actually see it, because nothing else really comes into play here. All right, here we go. So it still messes with the kid. It's trying to chase him. It looks like it's wagging its tail too. See, wagging the tail. Just wants to play. And now the dad steps up and does this to the dog. Just kind of gives it a shove. It wasn't actually, I wouldn't even call it a kick. It doesn't look like he struck the dog. It's like he placed his leg up to the dog and just kind of shoved it out of the way. Here, let's watch it again in its entirety. Just shoved it out of the way. Puppy runs away, and then the owner, apparent owner in the red shirt, comes up and just socks the guy, and he falls down. And on the other side of the screen, you can see the puppy runs away toward this other girl who's walking. So this puppy basically is looking for somebody to play and probably forgot about the entire thing. The question is, was the dad right within his bounds? The dad of the kid, was he right in his bounds of, you know, kicking the dog away? And was the owner of the dog right in doing what he did to the kid's father? I would contend that it's really the responsibility of the guy in the red shirt to make sure that that dog puppy or not, is on a leash, that you have control of the dog. Some people are freaked out about dogs. They don't want the dogs in their faces, you know, and even though it's a puppy and you or I would bend down and pet it, there's some people who are like, hey, I don't want that dog near me. I've had bad experiences in the past. Dad, could you help me? The dad kicks it away. Do you think the dad deserved a sock in the face for, you know, basically the dog's not hurt. It's not like he just drop kicked the dog or anything. And even if he did, is there something to be said about a dad, you know, protecting, I know it's a puppy, but, you know, just trying to get this animal off the kid. So let me know what you guys think. In my opinion, the dog should have been on the leash. The dog wasn't on the leash, went after the kid, playfully or not. The guy shooed the dog away, and I think the guy in the red shirt was in the wrong for assaulting that guy. He's probably going to see some jail time for this. It was his responsibility to make sure the dog was in control. And I think that the guy in the red shirt did wrong, in my opinion. And I am an animal lover. I love dogs, especially. Who doesn't love puppies? You know, a lot of people would look at what this dad did as unconscionable. But I think, you know, people were making the point that, you know, human life is more valuable than animal life, which I don't think that really comes into play here. It's a puppy. What was the puppy doing? The puppy was probably trying to, you know, put his teeth, you know, puppies like to put their teeth on things and they like to play and they like to just, you know, he was wagging his tail. There was no, I don't think the dog was being mean or anything. Speaking of dogs, here's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She says she's never seen a State of the Union address so interrupted.
Absolutely. I may not have served as many terms or have as much experience as other members, but this is my, fourth or fifth now, and I have never seen a State of the Union that was so disrupted by members of either party. Even under President Donald Trump, we saw.
When you watch those State of the Union addresses, I didn't happen to watch this one. I did pull out some clips of Camel Toe Harris because her neck looks kind of funny. And that's when I found out that Twitter was down because I was trying to post it. I compressed an hour's worth of looking at Camel Toe Harris into 52 seconds. So you could just kind of see, I don't know, something's going on down here. I don't know what the deal is. But when you look at the State of the Union address, it's just a big clown show under the big top. It's constant. If you compress the whole file and you looked at the whole room, they're standing up, clapping, sitting down, standing up, clapping, standing up. It's like a pep rally at a high school. It's ridiculous. So when she's talking about, I've never seen a State of the Union address so interrupted, the State of the Union addresses are constantly being interrupted by applause, hooting, hollering, sometimes booing.
Nowhere near the level of jeering, interruption, etc. That we saw.
It says down here, several GOP lawmakers heckle Biden during address. It's all a dog and pony show, guys. They will have a beer after this. They will go play golf after this. You know, McCarthy and Biden can pretend like they hate each other, you know, like it's Hulk Hogan versus Andre the Giant or something, but it's not true. It's all WWE. It's all fabrication. It's all a show. It's smoke and mirrors. It's the Hall of Mirrors under the big top in the fun house.
By some of, I want to say the extreme elements of the Republican Party, but they are now being embraced and uplifted as the center of the Republican Party. And it's really shocking, even the things that the overall Republican Party refused to stand for.
You know what should be shocking? What should be shocking is anybody in the halls of Congress that puts their pen to the paper and writes any law that violates anybody's natural rights. That's what should not be tolerated. That's what should be decried. That's what should be condemned. When they put their pens to the paper and they take away 1 ounce of your freedom, or they steal 1 penny out of your pocket, that's what should not be tolerated. But these people don't care. They don't care. They want to major in the minors instead of majoring in the majors. They want you to think that they're actually doing something for the American people when not only are they doing nothing for the American people, they're actually wrecking and ruining and economically terrorizing and taking away their rights. We're going to see a clip here with Joe Biden say, I want to institute the assault weapons ban. Well, what does that do to the American people who own those assault weapons, Joe? It criminalizes them in the eyes of the state and in the eyes of the lemming people who are your bootlickers.
Paying public school teachers, public health policy, basic education policy, raising the wage for some of our lowest paid workers in the United States. you know, I mean, this should be really basic stuff, sky is blue kind of stuff. And the Republican Party, I think, really showed the country who they are tonight.
Yep, the sky is blue. You have the right to freedom of speech. And anybody who violates that and tries to censor you and force you into silence, they are the violators of the First Amendment they swore to protect and defend. Shall not be infringed. So if you make a law that infringes on the rights of anybody to buy ammunition, to carry a firearm, to, strap an assault style rifle, black scary assault style rifle should be on the battle of war and not in the streets of America. Anybody who interferes with that is infringing, and they are oath breakers, and they're violating your rights, and they should be going to prison for that. That's how serious it is.
That they have been taken over, and that this isn't some right wing. This is the ethos of the modern Republican Party.
No, this is the ethos of Washington's District of Criminals, and you're part of that, AOC. Everybody's a part of it. Mitch McConnell, Mr. Turtleneck, he's a part of it. AOC's a part of it. Diane Frankenstein's a part of it. Nancy Pelosi's part of it. Joe Biden's part of it. Ted Cruz is part of it. Lauren Boebert is part of it. Marjorie Taylor Greene is part of it. Every one of them are working for the Washington machine and against you. Speaking of the State of the Union address, here's what Joe Biden said about assault weapons, those scary assault weapons.
I signed an executive order for all federal officers, banning chokeholds, restricting no-knock warrants, and other key elements of the George Floyd Act. Let's commit ourselves to make the words of Tyler's mom true. Something good must come from this. Something good.
This was put out by Biden's Twitter account.
Folks, it's difficult, but it's simple. All of us in this chamber, we need to rise to this moment. We can't turn away. Let's do what we know in our hearts that we need to do. Let's
do in our hearts what we know that we need to do. That's necessity. And necessity will always be the plea for every infringement of human freedoms. It's the argument of tyrants like Biden, and it's the creed of slaves for everybody who follows Biden or who follows Trump, people who believe that politicians are good people there for your benefit. It's the creed of slaves.
Together to finish the job on police reform. Do something.
Do something. Do something.
Ban assault weapons now.
Ban them. Ban them. We got a rubber band? Ban those assault weapons. Let's see. Ban them.
Ban assault weapons now. Ban them now. Once and for all.
How about this? What if Americans just said, do whatever you want. Make whatever laws you want. I will not comply. And that is the most American thing that you can say. The spirit of America is rooted in resistance and rebellion. Yes or no? Ban them. This is the guy who wrestled the gun out of the hand of that one of those last mass shootings.
I led the fight to do that.
So what he's applauding is, yeah, that's right, Joe Biden. Criminalize the Americans who've never harmed anybody, who won't harm anybody unless somebody tries to mess with your family. Then that's just harming of somebody else. Self-defense is a human right. You have the right to defend yourself. Why? Because it's self-evident. If somebody's attacking you, you defend yourself. If somebody's attacking me, I defend myself. I don't have a higher claim over your life and property than you. You don't have a higher claim over my life and property than me. This guy is actually applauding the criminalizing of Americans, innocent Americans who happen to have the assault weapons that Joe Biden wants to ban.
1994. Let's finish the job and ban these assault weapons.
Let's finish the job and criminalize Americans. That's what he's saying. Let's finish the job. I will leave you with that right there. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. Thanks for hitting that bell notification icon. Might want to recheck, because every time I check, people are constantly telling me, hey, I was unsubscribed again. But one of the ways we can combat that is if you go to my website, highimpactflix.com, hit this subscribe button right here. Just fill out your name and email address. I will never, ever spam you. and hit that subscribe button. That way, when I upload content, I can have a direct pipeline to you. You got a direct pipeline to me. I can let you know what's going on, and you can act accordingly. I appreciate you guys being here. Also, I got some brand new designs in the store. This one right here is, I'm American. I have the right to bear arms. Your approval is not required. What I've showed people is that you can go in to Spreadshirt on the back end and you can make any design, big or small. You can put it wherever you want to. You can put it on the back. You can put it on the sides. You can put it on the front. You can change your design. You can add text over here. So this is the brand new design right here. And we got a whole lot more if you want to check it out. I'll leave that link in the description and the pinned comment for you. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for helping me try to at least overcome some of this shadow banning that's going on. And I'll see you guys in the next video.